What's going on, guys? I hope all is well. So I wanted to talk about biblical wealth versus worldly wealth, and it's a bit different. And I wanted to talk about this because a lot of people, think that when you attempt to build wealth or desiring to build wealth can be a bad thing. It can be a greedy thing, but actually it's not. It's nowhere in the Bible or in scriptures that states that, building wealth is a bad thing. It's all about your motives. And that's why, I titled this video, Biblical Wealth versus Worldly Wealth. It's all about your motives. Why are you desiring to build wealth? Are you desiring to build wealth for the kingdom, for God, or are you desiring to build wealth for yourself? And that's the main difference. That's the big difference between biblical wealth versus worldly wealth. What are you doing it for? Because in the world, building worldly wealth, you are doing it for yourself. You're not thinking about anybody else except, making money and just doing it for yourself. And, you are adding value to people's lives. There are a lot of people who have businesses and are doing well and making money, and they are, adding value to people's lives, but they have the wrong motive. It's greed. It's all about money. Whereas biblical wealth is about, building wealth and enhancing the kingdom. What can you do to build this world up? What can you do to help your brother? What can you do to be able to, add value? And that's what it's about. It's all about your motives. And it's okay to start that business and to make money, but what are you doing it for? And it's making sure that you keep the right motives. And I thought about something that Solomon stated. He stated that money solves all things. And when he said that, he wasn't putting money on a pedestal or anything like that, or he wasn't valuing money in a way of just saying it's everything. But what he was stating was money does solve some things. It can help you out in situations. If your, tire, has a flat, it can help you. If you're trying to start a business, obviously having money can help with that business. If you have money to have that seed money to be able to start that business. If you wanted to travel the world to be able to do a conference or to be able to, buy real estate, money can help solve that. And so it's always about perspective, and it's all about what you are doing it for. So it's okay to want to desire to build wealth. Like Simon stated, money solves all things. It's okay to want to build wealth, but make sure that you have the right perspective. And make sure you have the perspective of adding value to people's lives and making sure that you are doing this to be able to accomplish your God's given purpose for your life. Whereas worldly wealth is all about you. It's all about what can I do to accumulate money, and that's it. But it's all about adding value to people's lives, and also what can you do to build and what can you do to accomplish God's purpose for your life. So I just want to share it with you guys because I know building wealth, is something that's always thrown around. And I heard a lot of people kind of state that, hey, you chasing money, you chasing wealth. You can't do that. You shouldn't do that. But it's okay. It's definitely okay to build wealth, but make sure you keep God first when you are building wealth. So I just want to share it with you guys. Let me know in the comments what you think about this conversation, and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. And I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.